Arjuna is asking, which of these two yogis know yoga better? Which is better? Which is the best path? Is the path of Nirguna Bhakti, or the devotion to divinity, or devotion to the truth, which is not endowed with any name or form, or is the devotion directed towards divinity, which is having a lovely form and all the great attributes, all the auspicious attributes, Kalyana Guna Sampannan? Which of these two paths are better? And hence, which of these two yogis know yoga the best? Yoga Vittama is the question. And what actually brought this question, what actually made Arjuna ask this question is the last few verses in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavan showed his cosmic form. Bhagavan showed his Vishwarupa Darshanam to convince Arjuna that Bhagavan alone exists, nothing else, nobody else, in the highest Paramarthika Satyam. And the best way to understand that Paramarthika Satyam, which is beyond words and beyond thoughts, is Bhagavan himself showing, even Arjuna, you are a part of me. Everything which is there, which is going to be there, everything is me, or at least everything is in me. And Bhagavan shows that Vishwarupam. And Arjuna immediately prays to Bhagavan to show his Parthasarathi Rupam or Chaturbhuja Vasudeva Rupam. And Bhagavan smilingly showed him his, if we can use the word Shanta Rupam, of Bhagavan Sri Krishna as Parthasarathi, Bhagavan Sri Krishna as Vasudeva. And then our Arjuna thought as if this Rupam is easy to understand, easy to grasp. And he seemed to imply that Vishwarupam is bigger than this Rupam. Bhagavan said, even this Rupam is not easy for people to behold. And so Bhagavan said, Na agham vedaihi, na tapasa, na dhanena, na cha ijyaya, shakya evam vido drashtum, drishtava nasimam yata. What is Bhagavan saying here? Bhagavan is saying that I cannot be known, or I cannot be realized merely through the Vedas alone, or through austerity, tapas, or through tremendous acts of charity, or even through Vedic sacrifices. And all these won't help me or help you to realize me. And when he said all that, then the question, which we beg the question, then how do I realize you? And Bhagavan answers that in the next shloka. Bhaktya tu ananya shakyaha aham yevam vido Arjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Here our Bhagavan is saying, but Arjuna tu, Bhaktya tu, but Arjuna, only by single-minded devotion, ananya bhakti, that I am available and you can understand me, you can know me, and you can actually understand, not only know me, but you can also actually know me in reality, and you can also praveshtum, he says, praveshtum, that you can enter into me only by ananya bhakti. What does ananya bhakti? Ananya bhakti means holding on to our Bhagavan as the means, and Bhagavad Kripa solely as the means, and the end is also Sri Bhagavan only. And with that single-minded devotion, and not relying on our efforts or sadhana, but solely relying only on Bhagavad Kripa, when we do the sadhana of bhakti in form of what Prahalada Swami says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. And finally, if we surrender to Bhagavan, Bhagavan says that you can know me, and Jnatum, Drashtum, you can see me, you can behold me, tatvena pravishtum. Then you can actually cut all your bonds of samsara and understand the tattva of mine. And then you can always abide with me, is what Bhagavan says. And here, Ananya Bhakti has three components to it. And not knowing any other sadhana is Ananya Bhakti. Not knowing any other goal in life is Ananya Bhakti. Not knowing anything at all but Krishna alone is Ananya Bhakti. But then the context here is about na Veda, or not by Vedas, not by scriptures, not by penance, not by charity, and not by sacrifices is the earlier sloka, isn't it? Hence, the whole discussion is about sadhana, and hence Ananya Bhakti means holding on to only Bhakti sadhana of constantly remembering the Bhagavad Kripa and constantly being in the devotional service of Bhagavan without relying on anything else, including without relying on let me try this, let me try that, let me rely on my own efforts. All that is going to be an impediment to this path of devotion. Ananya Bhakti means Bhagavan is the means for me. Bhagavad Kripa is the means for me. I don't rely on my sadhana, but Bhagavad Kripa. And for me, Bhagavan alone is my goal. To give you a small aidikyam, once our beloved Guru Maharaj did Akanta Nama in Bhagavata Bhavanam, like many days, almost regularly what he does. And after about 2-3 hours of chanting the divine name, Swamiji was returning back to the place near Ekanatha dining hall. And some of his devotees were going behind him. And while he was going, he was very happy, obviously, because all of us chanted Mahamantra for 2-3 hours without a break. And then while he was going, he was casually mentioning as a question. Mostly our Swamiji's questions are all metaphorical questions, unless it is directed to us personally. If it is a general question, it's always a good strategy to keep quiet so that we get the right answer. So Swamiji was saying that we chanted for 4 hours and this Nama will never forsake us, isn't it? And luckily, all the devotees who were coming behind him kept quiet. Immediately, Swamiji stopped almost close to the bridge, which takes us into the next building, and then looked back and then patted his cheeks like this and said, it is not our sadhana, it will take us there. It is Krishna Kripa and Kripa of that Krishna's name which will take us across, not us chanting the divine name, isn't it? You see. And we all understood the difference between Ananya Bhakti and the normal Bhakti sadhana. And the Ananya Bhakti means I am chanting because of His grace. It is Krishna Kripa which is making me chant today. It is Krishna Kripa which is making me listen to Bhagavad Gita today. And obviously true for Krishna Kripa which is making us speak about Bhagavad Gita today. Instead of saying, because I am speaking about Gita, because I am listening to Gita, because I am chanting the divine name, Krishna will be pleased with me, is not a Bhakti sadhana. It is merely Karma Yoga idols. But Bhagavata Dharma sadhana makes us realize that it is by Kripa that I chant. It is by your Kripa that I am breathing. It is by your Kripa that I am able to hold on to the divine name. And it is by the Kripa of the divine name that divine name is going to take me across. I am not going to swim across. You see, it is the divine name which takes me across. And that is what is called Bhaktyatu Ananyaya Shakyaha. So it is only by Ananya Bhakti which Bhagavan is talking about right now, which makes a person realize Bhagavan, and it is the only Bhaktyatu Ananya Shakya Aham Evam Vido Arjuna, in this way, that only by Ananya Bhakti that we can understand, we can realize Bhagavan, we can be with Bhagavan, and finally we can constantly serve Him. So that is the beauty of this sloka, which is an introduction to the 12th canto. Hare